Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Episode 2.
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah.
We're on fire with this. Alright, so this show we have Satoru.
Yes.
The slime.
Slimu. Yeah.
Slimu-chan.
And he is OP-chan.
He is very OP-chan.
Yeah.
The only problem is that little Slimu, it can't speak to people.
Yet.
Without blooping.
Right.
Or maybe having
this
a
bad boy can
telepathic
fit
dragon.
so many abilities in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But, yeah. It's going to be great. I am really starting to fall in love with the show. It's so charming.
Well, like if they can continue the feeling of, I don't know how to describe it, but I would say charm is the great thing for it, but specifically around the main character having this rich inner world of thinking and be like, ooh, what are all these things, you know? And
excitement and imagination and wonder. And,
and then caring about the world rather than being just, oh, I'm depressed, I'm a slime, and I have to go in a cave and something and just think about my life.
Right, it's about the friends you make along the way.
Exactly. If they can keep up that kind of thing, that could be really fun.
Oh,
there's a lot of fun things they can do with that.
Yes.
So yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, right. The ending from the last episode is the opening. Yeah. Right. Of course. Makes sense.
I love how... Okay, so long title, right? Mm-hmm. But they drop the text for the characters, and it's like first layer, second layer, third layer.
Yeah, exactly. So the first bit of kind of obvious build-up towards, like, you know, future plot point and stuff is the whole thing of Satoru being like, oh, you know, or maybe there are other Japanese people that, you know... And then we have... this girl, who was summoned
from
the beginning of the first episode, and it did seem like that was potentially like World War II, like U.S. bombing, like Japanese villages or something like that. So, the thing I am curious about is it did seem like there was a magician on Earth at that time, though.
I don't know, because it
might not have been.
Yeah, because if it was a summoning thing, then it was probably someone from somewhere else, but...
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a bloop.
Yep.
Alright.
Tactical note!
Oh, we're gonna deal with this right now?
You would do that for me?
He'll die. Oh. Oh, okay.
Okay. Alright.
Oh, that means you'll leave, right?
If I get you out, will you help me search? Just take the entire prison? Nice.
It's like, you don't understand. There's been no one that's come here and been this nice to me in 300 years. Alright, Mr. Slime, let's go. Yeah. Oh, good, okay.
Cool.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Ah. A monster with a name.
Oh.
So will they be like siblings, but not technically siblings?
I guess so.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Nice. That's cool.
Meritona Tempest!
Rimuru.
Oh. Dang! He just got buffed. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I am a divine slime now.
Yeah.
Oh. Brothers. I'm going to eat you now.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
A cat is... And suddenly
Okay.
the whole world's like, I feel a great disturbance. Oh my god, maps!
Wow.
Names,
Okay.
places!
Oh, that was a nice transition.
Oh my god, too many.
Yeah.
Too many names. This is this piano, you know?
Indeed. I love the the music choice for this scene.
Water movement!
Whoa!
Water manipulation. Oh my god.
This goes beyond tentacle powers.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Now, eat it all. Snakes have poison.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like...
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
the mimicry thing. So he's gonna eat a person eventually to mimic a person. Oh my god.
Hopefully it's a dead person.
Yeah. Oh. Ah! Just go around and farm the monsters. Oh.
Ugh.
Evil centipede. Oh, it has the appeared part there, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Just going around acquiring skills. This is... Oh my god. Jeez. Oh my god, wow. The
Yeah. Uh-huh.
references.
Echolocation, that'll be sweet.
Oh.
Ah.
We are aliens. Oh my gosh. This is so silly and like just... Oh, I love it. Oh no. I mean, you'd hope so, right? Nope. The Guildmaster guy's coming in to check things out. Oh, it's a group of adventurers!
Yeah.
Ah! And they're trying to just open a door, and that's been like their biggest problem so far. Make perception checks. There we go.
A slime, let's kill it.
Yes. Yep. Oh man. Oh, convenient. There you go.
Alright.
Nice. To scout around, yeah. Oh. So they can all move around. Nice. Pass without a trace, basically.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright. My monster sensibility just kind of pinged a little bit. Wait, but I thought you ate Veldora, so he's still just stored inside you, right?
Well, he ate the prison.
Right. But then did Veldora just teleport, or...?
Well, I think the idea is that Veldora is still in the prison, but he's in a prison inside his stomach.
That's my point, is that he wouldn't have seen him then, though.
Right.
Not that I can taste.
Oh no!
Goblins appeared.
Aww. Strong one.
Oh my gosh. Please quiet your voice. Need something. Oh. Because they can sense the dragon inside him.
Sure.
Yeah. Right. Oh, so they're used to things having different forms that it would change into to... Oh my god. Veldora, maybe?
Probably.
Wow. Yep, guess so. Yep. Nice. Little side quest.
Yeah.
They're like, but how do you hold this magic inside of you? Yes,
Exactly.
I mean, if you're gonna have the hexagonal magic, then of course you have to have aura in this world, right? Oh, analyze myself. Brilliant. Yeah, that's so terrifying. Just he's like, oh, it's like they did. Yeah, because they're bumbling idiots. They're like low-level adventurers. No magical affinity at all. Gotcha. Yeah, direwolves are nothing to mess around with.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is this sad music and...
Jeez. Dang.
Wow. Holy crap.
That's a super pack, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dang. He was just scouting.
Yeah. Oh.
Like, this is the nicest, like,
Yeah.
intense aura monster we've ever...
Uh-huh.
Oh, but you're putting them... Oh, because that's all they have. Wow. Come on, be a wholesome god in this instance here.
Yeah.
Because I am here.
Exactly. Watashi ga kita. First off, I have a crap ton of healing potions.
Yes. Rimuru Tempest. Oh my gosh. At least he's being somewhat wholesome about it.
Yeah.
The Guardian Slime. Yes.
Gotcha. So this is the ending.
Yep. Okay. All the things he likes to eat.
Yeah.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
I love seeing him just slowly like because it's like he's acquiring all these abilities and yet he's a slime, so just it's like the equivalent of a walking montage for an ending, you know.
Right, yeah.
And you know how much I love those.
I mean, who doesn't like
yeah.
those? I mean, only they think better is a running montage. The funny thing is that, you know, all the skills he acquired and stuff, it's kind of a funny way of saying this is an OP isekai protagonist, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which is hilarious because, you know, there's... Okay, here's the thing, guys. You can have an overpowered protagonist if you actually give them characterization. I'll tell you, a lot of the problems of not having struggle in your story can be overcome by having good characterization.
Well, and the thing is that you can have struggles that are different than just can they overcome this particular challenge as far as like, can he defeat the direwolves? Of course.
Obviously, it's going to be a blood path.
And their troubles are the real struggle.
Yep. Okay. So that was kind of cute. That was really adorable.
And they had him eat the prison that Veldora was in.
Right.
That was awesome.
The one part that I think they're implying here is that Veldora is inside him.
Yep.
But the slime Rimuru, now that he has a name, I love the whole naming ceremony thing. That was
great,
so wonderful.
especially with the. Let's see, what's another word for storm? How about Tempest? Ugh, what, you don't like it? It's amazing.
Subarashi. You know?
that was just
like that.
awesome.
That was good.
Yeah.
So we now have them going about destroying like epic level monsters, you know, and.
Yep.
I mean, not epic level, but
but
strong monsters and acquiring their skills. But it's like, you realize, like, in any other context, what's going on here? This slime is terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about what's going on here from the standpoint of like an ecosystem, okay?
Right.
Like, this is the most terrifying apex predator of everything.
Yep. Basically, this is okay for those of you that are into like Star Wars and stuff. This is the equivalent of like Darth Nihilus, or anytime you have that all-consuming darkness that basically just comes through and destroys everything. But that's what the slime is.
But
basically.
Also incorporating it into its own strength. That's That's why in a lot of anime that are kind of shonen style things, they'll have that sometimes very bland antagonist with just the absorption power.
Right, I absorb and redirect. Ha ha ha, I'm so powerful.
Because that ability is busted.
Right.
And this is worse than that. This is absorbing understanding.
And permanent acquisition. Like, yeah, that's,
And so we're grateful, actually. Grateful, like the goblins in this case, that this powerful demigod entity is actually quite a altruistic being. And it's something that I wonder if the show's ever going to go into this. I think it will eventually. But there's the whole joke of, we could go back to a small village and rule them like gods. Angry gods.
Yeah.
He could do that.
Oh, yeah.
But he's not.
Well, he's not, but at the same time, he kind of already has. Like, because those goblins, from their perspective, slime is basically their god.
Right, he's not denying compensation either.
Right, exactly. He's not saying, I'm going to help you out of the kindness of my heart,
But he's like, he's kind of rationalized it in his own mind. So it's hilarious because they're poking fun at the OP protagonist thing here as well by having a incredibly overpowered protagonist.
Right.
But he's being just a good boy. A little good boy, and he's going around making friends.
Yeah. And he doesn't think of himself as an OP protagonist.
No.
He's just a slime. Just some person that's going around doing their thing.
And now he's been blessed by divine protection because of the name change as well, which, if we remember back to episode 1, that was what the summon was also touched by. So there's a very real correlation here between him being put on the same level already as something that defeated Veldora in actual combat.
Right. Well, and just the idea that he's like, oh yeah, I'll just put you in my little pocket dimension, Like, because, that's essentially what his stomach is, because it doesn't seem to have any,
limitations.
Spatial limitations, so...
No.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm a little bit worried for Veldora. I'm like, wait, when is he coming out?
Yeah.
Does he have a choice? I think he's just going to have to sit in there for a while and just bang on the door, essentially.
Exactly.
His storm breath or whatever.
Right, they'll try and figure out how to bust him out, but, until then, they'll keep him mobile.
Gotta say though, favorite part this entire episode was not the Goblin Village, was not the
it was the swinging
it was the montage, yes, of him going through the cave, but with the climax of having the gate, and you're like, that is a typical entrance. But then you have these dumb low-level adventurers, which they then, even in some ways, kind of snuck in a joke later by having the whole aura thing be something, and the wizard in their party, or the cleric, or whatever, she sensed it.
As he's leaving, and
he's leaving, she's like, I think I sensed something. And he's like, oh, wait a minute. I've been doing that this whole time. They didn't sense anything. And it's like, oh my god. The idea that it doesn't matter what their story is. Their story is so unimportant. They were the butt end of a joke about those level 1 adventurers that don't cast detect magic, that don't put all their passives up.
And here's the thing. He probably saved their lives by killing all those monsters.
Yes!
Because any one of them would have slaughtered those 3.
So it's perfect because they're all thinking, yeah, we're gonna go dungeon crawling at level 1, and like
it's already cleared. Weird. All right.
Yeah, and then they're gonna scout the whole thing with their pass without a trace stealth skill or whatever, and maybe they'll get some cool loot for like no effort, you know.
Yeah.
But what I'm looking forward to, if they ever do go back to them, is them to find Veldora's like
the place where he was, and they're like,
and I want them to see that like, wow, this place, I sense that there's magic here, but there is nothing here,
right?
Because he ate
where'd it go? Yeah. Yep.
No, that's what's even better. Never get back to them because the joke is there is nothing in the cave. He already looted the cave. That's the bad joke, is that maybe they'll find some magic ore in places that he didn't pass, that he didn't take.
Exactly, like on the ceiling or something, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
But the thing is, guys, is we were taking notes about like how all the skills that he's collected thus far, and it's like,
at this point, no, it doesn't.
If the rate of acquisition is going to be this nuts,
yeah, it's basically just he can do kind of whatever he wants, like, which is great because that means that you don't have to worry about. Like you can, the author basically has a whole lot of options, right? They don't have to worry about writing themselves into a corner unless it's where they need to have him not be able to beat something.
Well, that's the thing.
Like,
I don't think it's about whether or not he can beat something. I think it's about his choices when he has essentially all this power and capacity.
Yeah.
And then will he then, you know, when he makes his friends and stuff, then take those friends and elevate them with him, or will he essentially diminish them? Or in some respect, this is something that they could do. When you introduce the friends, essentially like that, the other people, like they had the guild master and the other guy, kind of showcase that, he may seem like he's overpowered, but he's actually kind of regular when you put him up against, you know, really competent people and stuff. So,
of course, then there's the infinite scaling. So if he's just regular at the point when he's introduced,
that's true.
Eventually, you know, given enough time.
I wonder if this is actually more of a comedy than we would think.
I would not be surprised,
because I really do sense a lot of really clever, subtle humor in this story.
Oh yeah,
and yet it is just kind of a spectacle, fun little adventure romp as well. One
of the things that at first I was kind of like, I'm not sure if, like, I hope this doesn't become a normal thing, and then I was like, well, wait a minute, maybe this is actually another joke.
Right.
Is when they changed to the 2 guild people, and they're all like, serious stuff. We're important people. And in the meantime, they have this track going on that is completely just quirky, you know,
it's
fun.
You know, the little piano.
Yeah. But it's
chords.
like them all probably thinking like, because I could totally imagine there being a group of people that when they find out about him and his slime abilities, they're like, my God, he can destroy the entire world. We need to prepare for all eventualities and stuff. But it's just the anti-joke because that's not what he's about.
I think that's going to be part of it, but I don't think they'll ever really understand what the slime is. Sure. What it'll be is they'll just see the efforts of the slime, and there was a joke that they did about this in One Punch Man, actually, that I thought was really cool. Was in One Punch Man, they always had this thought that there was this really terrifying villain out there that was destroying these towns, cities, and whatever, and or other monsters, because of the ungodly levels of destruction they would see in their wake. But Saitama, didn't care about this. And this was also because there was no hero at that point claiming responsibility for these things happening.
So they're just like, clearly it must be some ferocious beast that's just roaming around destroying everything. Yeah.
So what they could do in this is something similar where we have great acts that have been left unexplained. Veldora has escaped. Well, obviously the unlimited imprisonment wasn't good enough.
Exactly.
So Veldora broke through it, you know. He is a true dragon after all.
Yes.
So they'll be on the lookout for Veldora when they'll never find him.
Okay, one of the other things that I absolutely loved in this episode was during the conversation with Veldora and Mr. Slime,
Rimuru, Tempest.
Rimuru,
Yes.
Having him talking about like breaking out the unlimited imprisonment and everything, and him just being this tiny little thing with this big dragon, and then eventually when they decide to do it, he just sort of wait.
Yeah. just the dramatic like I think that's what this whole reaction series is going to be, us just coming up with little sound effects for like his actions. My favorite one right now is bloop 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 bloop, you know, but we have another one just you know,
yeah,
and then
yeah. The fact that he can actually jump is very good, because that probably increases his travel times, or decreases his travel times by a factor of like 5. Because if he actually had to just,
you know, because there's the Z axis, you know, like, so he could be like,
and the fact that he has like the swing thing too now, that's
that whole I was just, wow, like, this is an anime, okay? So that's, you know, George of the Jungle, Tarzan, and all that, you know, thing there, like, it's just, you know, they didn't have to have that, but they did, and I love it. I love it.
There's a part of me that wonders, because it could totally not be this, but in Konosuba, one of the jokes in season 2 was, oh, you think slimes are weak? No, they're terrifying and crazy powerful. What if this entire show was just a Konosuba fan that basically got through that part in the light novels or something, you know, not necessarily from the anime, and then they're like, I'm going to make that's it. That's the next, like, isekai idea.
I wouldn't be surprised if we found out that was the case, you know, like why not?
Yeah. OP protagonist? Yes.
In some ways, the whole slime thing is a hilarious joke. But a slime is actually the perfect low-level kind of RPG monster to do it on, because there are other high-level slimes that you experience in RPGs and stuff like that, like, you know, like a gelatinous cube is it's much more difficult than a low-level slime.
It's not like high level, but it's at least
But then you have, you know, in other stories where you'll have essentially the infinite slime, where you can't kill it because it keeps splitting. And suddenly you're like, crap, I am getting overwhelmed now by 32 slimes that are all just damn.
Yeah.
And I like that. That's just kind of fun, because if you did this for like a gnoll or a kobold or some kind of little rat,
there would be all kinds of other issues that you would have, because if you think about it, a slime is the next evolution of tentacle powers.
It is tentacle powers.
Because it's tentacle powers, but the thing is, it's tentacle powers where you can as a blob. So you can make the tentacle powers, but also the tentacles are not actually really animate, let's say, because they're not solid. Mm-hmm. So you can't cut the tentacle in half because it's liquid.
Yeah.
Right? Like how do you actually defeat a slime?
In superhero shows where they have an episodic format, one of the most annoying things, and this is almost like a Nickelodeon joke, is there's the goop monster.
Sure.
There's the classic dumb archetype of the goop monster. And the thing about the goop monster is you can't break it, you can't smash it, it's immune to bludgeoning damage, you can't cut it in half, you can't do anything, it always reforms and regenerates and all this stuff. It has tentacle powers, or it shoots itself out in infinite directions and whatever, and it's super lazy as far as a monster. I mean, but I love that they're making fun of that here by being no, that's actually like insanely busted. Why would you ever fight a monster like that? That's horrifying.
Right. It makes me think of all the Bleach movies, where it's like 3 out of 4 Bleach movies, I think it was, that just ended with some sort of goop monster that everyone has to like gang up on and beat. And
so here we go. We have our resident cute little Slimo.
Exactly.
Little Rimuru Tempest. I just love that we have Rimuru and Tempest in the same name.
Tempest is a very cool word.
And he's like a divine blessed slime. Yeah. And then let's talk about the goblins a little bit.
The goblins. That was actually
that was kind of sweet.
Sad and
sweet.
And
I understand that, like, you know, some level 1 adventurers might have some problems with these goblins. They could probably, you know, mess up them, you know, pretty well. Yeah. But it's like...
But this isn't Goblin Slayer. That's probably what Goblin Slayer's about. Oh,
gotcha. Yeah, for sure.
Whereas this is just... there are these direwolves things, and they eat us.
Right.
We can't do jack against them. Like, right. They killed my brother, and now they're gonna kill all of us.
And they showed the bodies. I love how they censored the monster that got poisoned breath. Uh-huh. That was hilarious. But then here it's like, no, blood, like they're dead. They're dead. So the whole survival of the fittest thing here is hilarious, and also kind of, oh, right. Mm-hmm. You know, he might be invulnerable and a demigod of power, but other people aren't. Yeah. And if he makes friends, that means he has to care about them. And if he cares about them, then he needs to use his powers to protect
and conflict in ways that he can fail. Yeah.
And that's a struggle. Mm-hmm. That's a struggle. You're just one slime. Yeah. You don't split into infinite slimes. Not yet, at least.
Who knows?
Unlimited slime works. calling it. It's happening at some point.
Somewhere, somehow, darkness gets turned on.
All right, guys, this was a fun episode.
It was.
Setting up for the next one. If you want to see the next one, though, right now, you can check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, where you can chat with us about stories or just whatever. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.